Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Bitcoin cryptocurrency market. Okay. I think I made this clear on Twitter. I am short term to whatever you want to call it, 1 month to 30 days, maybe 45 days or something like that. I am bearish on crypto, but longer term, I am bullish. People take my words and put them out of context. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, is going down. And I know, man, you tell Bitcoin's going down, man, and then you start losing people like, no, no, man, Bitcoin can't go down. You want this to go down, guys. The reason you want this to go down and hit those proper fib targets is because if you want that next wave to go up aggressively, you want this to go down, guys. That's the reality of it. And just take advantage of it. It goes up in waves, just like it went up in here in waves. It went up, down, up, down, up, and now it's back down. So with that said, this to me is going to be very, very interesting how this is all going to unfold, because I know most of the cryptocurrency market is getting ready for the 4-year cycle. We're going to ape in. What is that? May of 2024? May of 2024. We will all ape in. I hope it goes that easy, guys. I hope that it goes that easy. Yay, I'll be standing by too. If it's all the stars are lining up, I'll be standing by too, guys. Get ready to go. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, right? We have an interesting situation here with Bitcoin, okay? So you got a five-way move up. Five-way move up, okay? There's a high probability that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice looking wave right there, right? Okay, high probability that right there is your move, okay? Why do I say that? I checked it out, ran some probabilities because GBTC over here bounced it off GBTC, which is going to go up. This goes up, Bitcoin, it makes the same waves, slightly different. It follows Bitcoin, or Bitcoin follows it. Same thing. Right here is a 5-wave move for GBTC, and coming down into its correction, okay? More than likely, GBTC targets right down here in that box where they like to go, previous fourth waves, right in that area. As a matter of fact, for GBTC, it's kind of like maybe $11.41, which doesn't seem very far for an asset that's at 1470, but that's still another 22%, another 22% drop, okay? There are signals that Bitcoin wants to make a move this way to the upside to hit like maybe 28,000, 25K. It could pop up to 29. Could it end right here? It could, guys. I could be wrong. That's why you should probably have a bag of Bitcoin already, right? Just in case things don't go according to plan, it just starts ripping. Okay. So at 25.9, I got Bitcoin. If it's coming down to say 24.5, I'm going to get more Bitcoin. It comes down to 21.22, I'm going to get more Bitcoin. Okay. I'm not really too concerned with it. Now, here's the dilemma that we're in, guys. Okay. Here's the dilemma. Check this out. Here's Bitcoin on the daily chart. I have Bitcoin on the daily chart. And the thing is that if this is a 5-wave move right there, right? That's a 5-wave move. And it's coming down into a second wave. If it finishes, say around June or July, beginning of July, and it's going to be going into another one, you know, the whole 4-year cycle deal might not fit. It might not fit, guys. It might not fit. So I would be on high alert, if you will, high alert, because it might just be going up right here. Okay. Now the other thing is too, guys, if this is finished and this is a whole 5-wave sequence, this is not going to these numbers that are 150,000 and 180,000 and 300K. Not with this wave. That wave's too small. It's too small. Look at this wave. You see how big that wave is? This wave is 3 times bigger than that wave. This is 300% more or less, a little bit more. And this is about 100% more or less, a little bit more. So all you got to do is, if you think that's a 5-wave move and you have a good shot, that's a 5-wave move, pretty aggressive move, right? All you got to do is put your fib targets on there, guys, and go find 1.618 and maybe 2.0 And if you're lucky, it might hit 2.27. Can it hit 2.27 on that fifth wave? It can. And that's up there less than $100,000 still, guys. Okay. So it remains to be seen. It's going to matter here what the S&P 500 is going to do. I am bullish on the S&P 500. Checking everything, the signals, and it looks like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ are going to be trending up and to the right for most of the year, guys. That's what it's looking like. And the S&P 500 in this area, I know I keep mentioning this, these traditional financial markets, especially the NASDAQ, keep melting up, and it probably is going to continue to melt up. It's just, here's a three-way move, and you see that area right there? That's a triangle, probability of triangle, guys. I think, I could be wrong, and you got A, B, C, and then maybe the S&P 500 can finally make a correction in this A, B, C move and get back down here, fill that fair value gap, and then go into another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's a 3, and then it's going to be going into that move right there, guys, which this will be good for Bitcoin. This will be good, in my opinion. That will be good for Bitcoin, okay? But if it happens that I'm all wrong and somehow this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going up for this wave to fill that bullish fair value gap, now the S&P 500 needs to do a correction for the next 30, 45, or 60 days over here, which might not be good for Bitcoin, guys, or extend the correction on Bitcoin. Okay, that's how I'm looking at that. The NASDAQ, to me, it's like in a topping pattern. Where it's going to end, keep melting up. I'm just going to wait for it to suss out to see where it's going to correct, guys. The S&P 500 is making more sense to me right now. But with Bitcoin, I would, I have a suspicion here. I posted this on Twitter on this wave and then this correction. More people are going to leave. The sense that I'm getting on the sentiment with Bitcoin right now is it's less excitement than it was here and actually here. Okay, even though you had the 10,000, and then you have the 10K Bitcoin people coming back, which is going to be rampant. You actually probably want the bearish sentiment. You want the bearish sentiment. You want the bearish sentiment to be so bearish that it's bullish. Okay, but I think in this section right here, just with the amount of time potentially, I think you're going to have more people leave the cryptocurrency space and just walk away and at the wrong time. At the wrong time, guys. So that's what I think is possibly going to be happening. Now, I'm going to go over Ethereum. Ethereum is a lot stronger than Bitcoin, in my opinion, guys, because Ethereum has this supporting wave behind it. And then this nice deep correction already, up in that, and already had a nice deep correction. And then Ethereum has this wave too. And I'm kind of expecting Ethereum that to assume that, hey, here's this wave, and then it does a massively deep correction for wave 2, which Ethereum is notorious for, right? If you just come back and look at Ethereum, it does really deep second wave corrections. Even this is not the whole chart, but this was pretty deep. It might not do this over here, guys. It might not do that signet. Let me clear this up. Okay. It might not go as deep as people expected because it already went deep once. And then here's this section, and it just might get down to here into those areas, guys. And right down here too is 1564, right to this area, guys. This is going to be the prime real estate. This target, 1660-ish and 1550-ish, guys, right in that target. And now wicks down to here, even in the 1400 range, guys, I suspect. For Ethereum to hit this previous area, guys, that area right there. I think it's really, really good prime time real estate for Ethereum. Okay. So, but in the meantime, short term, it could be upside. Signals point to a good upside move and then a swing back down for Bitcoin. And June 19th keeps popping up. Hey, I don't know why. June 19th, somewhere around there. And see what's going to go on from there, guys. Okay. but it's going to be going down. It's going to be going down with, moves to the upside to 28 and then make another trek back down there, guys. It's to correct this leg. Now, the 1-2-1-2 wave sequence to me is out. It's out because this wave, you see this wave right here, guys? It's already in 37 days. And then this wave is only 21 to 25 days. So this wave in time is longer than that wave. So your probability of this being 1-2-1-2 is diminishing fast, if you will, if it hasn't already. So probability, that's whole 5-wave sequence. Same thing with GBTC. It can't be a 1-2-1-2. It's a 5-wave sequence. And you can see with its wave right here, starting there, and what did an ABC move? It's about the same time, 21 days. And you take a look at this wave where it started correcting, and now you're at 36 days. So this wave is going to be twice as long as this wave. Therefore, you can't have a 1-2-1-2 wave sequence. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like Bitcoin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's coming down to do this. The question is going to be, on everybody's mind is this going to be A, B, C? That's going to be very, very, that's the bearish count. Or is Bitcoin going to be going on a smoke show and it's 1, 2, and into 3? And how long is this going to take? How long is this going to take? How deep is this going to go? Is it going to do a correction up to swing back down? What's going to be going on over there? Nobody knows for sure. Right now, on a weekly chart, Bitcoin's still in a bull trend, guys. This is still a bullish trend on Bitcoin for a weekly chart. Long-term charts, like the weekly chart, that's a bull trend in a correction. You look at the monthly chart for Bitcoin, that's a bull trend. That's bullish and it's correcting it. Take a look at the monthly chart. This is coming back down to these areas, guys. If this is a wave 1, 2, right? That wave 3 can get pretty aggressive, guys. That wave 3 right there can get pretty aggressive, in my opinion. It can move quick, less time than that wave. Okay. So in the meantime, some of these alts are going to get smoked, guys, while Bitcoin's going down. And, some of them are probably just going to hang out in their area. Some of them are going to get smoked. Some of them that are strong will just, probably won't do much. Litecoin's interesting too right now. Litecoin is actually looking like it's a better deal than Bitcoin, guys, here in the short term, if you're really interested in it, because where's Litecoin here? Litecoin is ripping off impulses. It looks like. Have to wait and see if Litecoin is going to make another 5th wave here. Okay, like this. Is Litecoin trying to make a move right there like that, only to swing back down and go into another wave? Interesting to say the least with Litecoin, that it ripped off that wave like that. It probably, if it wasn't for Bitcoin being so bearish, it probably would have got a lot higher, because Bitcoin is bearish. It didn't go as high, is the deal. So that's what happens when Bitcoin, if they're bullish and Bitcoin is bearish, they'll go up, but they just won't go up as much, if that makes sense. So typically is usually how that works. So, yeah, that's the deal, guys. That's what I'm looking for. It's just going to be a 1-month wait, nothing to get excited about really. You could do shorts into Bitcoin if you want. If it does pop up there, if I see a good setup, I'll consider it for a ride back down. This is pretty much could be a little bit better deal than here. Even here, you confirmation of a downtrend with a lower low, right? And a higher low up here, and then you do it. Sometimes that's a little bit better deal. Sometimes what I do is wait for confirmation instead of trying to hit the high, because sometimes you can get boom and get stopped out when it's there. But after you get confirmation and it comes back up here, you can get a better deal like that. Okay. With Bitcoin on a short, same thing like up here, guys. You're doing shorts. People like to hit the top. Sometimes it's not a good idea to hit the top. You can layer in if you want, layer into the top. But once you get confirmation, boom, just like right here, back down, up, higher low or lower high, boom, could be the same thing over here. If it does decide to pop up to 28.5, 29K or something like that, all the signals are pointing towards that, like it's ripping there, probably come back down on the daily. You got the 2-day stochastic is like way down here. Even the 4-day stochastic is way down here, that technically on the stochastics, it should be making a move up on that time frame right here to here. You can see that's hidden bullish. So it seems like on this, it's like, wow, this is probably end. It's going to try to rip off another wave. The weekly updated again on the stochastics, right? Boom, it's all the way down there. So here's its trend from there to there, and now it's correcting that trend. And there it is in the weekly RSI right here, bringing that down quite a bit. So it's definitely correcting that whole cycle, guys, correcting the whole cycle. The other thing is too, I was looking at USDT dominance chart, guys. On the weekly, it's just the opposite of Bitcoin, right? So here it is in the RSI, and you can see on the weekly stochastics, it's dragging it way up. Now it can stay up there for a little while, but I am expecting the USDT dominance chart to make its move up here, and Bitcoin will be knowing this correction, right? And it has a move, and it's been through all this mess, and it's getting up here. I'm expecting another one of these, like that. So it's making a move like so, and then it went back up to correct, kind of like that leg in a way, and it come back down like that. And if it gets up there and then it does that move, well, you know what happened, what Bitcoin did when it made this, something like that, and it might not happen as aggressive, but this 1 week is way up there. So on the 2 week, it's way at the bottom. Okay. But after 2 weeks, and it gets up there, and you see this 2 week up there, and it starts gravitating to make it this way up there, guys, that'll be a really good sign that Bitcoin will be making moves back up, and that'll be making moves back down, is what I would be checking out for the signals in that area for those two. DXY, a lot of people like go with DXY. It's pretty much correlated to Bitcoin for the most part recently. But I think this is in a counter trend. Okay, it's in a counter trend move. You see, this is the same thing. It's the same thing as USDT dominance chart. Okay, but if you go to the weekly, it started to gravitate, bring that back up, guys. So this to me is going to be the whole correction for the DXY. This here, and then this is the correction. So like this, it could be up one even higher, guys, and then it'll be going back down to that, and that's when Bitcoin will be making its move, more than likely. Just waiting for something like that, guys. Okay, so it's let me go to a 3-day. 3 days bringing it up. So the lower time frames are starting to gravitate to bring it up, and you can see here, even on the 3-day chart, you see how that 3-day RSI is getting up. That's way up there. This is telling you this is more than likely not a new trend. This is telling you this is a correction. Daily, same thing on the daily. Here's this move back down. It's bringing that back up, bringing it back up. Let me check the 2-day chart. It's 2 days way up there, creating that divergence. So more than likely 3, and it came back down up. I would not be surprised if it gets up to 106. 106 up near those highs, guys, especially with the S&P 500 going into a correction, maybe the NASDAQ going into a correction, and expect it to maybe make moves up to that area. And then this is your connector wave for the DXY right here, guys. This connector is connecting this wave. Okay, so like A, and this is your B, and then your C is what I would be checking out with the DXY, guys. But definitely more upside for the DXY, just grinding up. USDT grinding up, more or less, obviously coming up and down, and then Bitcoin in a trend down, guys. Okay, like that. So the signals are coming for USDT to grind up and then do that, grind up. USDT grinds up, starts doing this, then Bitcoin's going down and then go back up. Same thing with the DXY. Bitcoin's following gold too. I was like looking at gold chart, guys. Some people like the gold, and I was looking at that chart. And here's what's interesting about gold on a weekly chart is that with gold, it's in a correction. But here's its wave pattern. 1, 2. Here's its 3. This is the long drawn out 4. Okay. And this is a 5. But did it finish? Did gold finish at this 5th wave? Or is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Don't know. Don't know. Gold is usually making long 5th waves. It's notorious. Here's, look at this 5th wave on that wave. You see this 5th wave on that wave, right? You see its 5th waves are just huge, huge usually compared to the rest of the waves. So it's going to be interesting to see because Bitcoin, if you notice, Bitcoin has been following gold, man. Like this is a 5-wave move for gold and it's in a 2nd wave correction. 5-wave move for Bitcoin, it's a 2nd wave correction. So is gold going into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like Bitcoin? Don't know. You don't have to see how that plays out. But that's an awfully short 5th wave. It didn't even breach really technically that 3rd wave. Came up there to complete resistance right there. You see boom, 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 and then boom as it going in that wave. Knowing the pattern of it, it could. That could be second and it's going like that. And then maybe Bitcoin's going with gold and not going with the S&P 500. Something to think about. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.